Regarding the SEC versus Ripple litigation, the Securities and Exchange Commission (SEC) plans to appeal the decision in the Ripple case. Thursday did not provide any noteworthy developments that investors should notice. Notwithstanding this, the CSE's increased oversight could impact the central bank's efforts to appeal the decision on the programmatic sales of XRP. According to the judges in Elisa Torres's July 2023 judgment, programmatic XRP sales did not meet the third requirement of the Hoy test. There might have been a number of factors that shifted public opinion in favor of taking the programmatic sales decision to the SEC for review. One investigation of potential conflicts of interest by the Inspector General's office stands out as one that might totally change the game. The United States Department of Labor's Inspector General is looking into the Securities and Exchange Commission (SEC) right now. Legislators will likely be compelled to propose legislation and delegate authority outside of the SEC in order to regulate the U.S. cryptocurrency industry in response to the increasing scrutiny of the SEC. The SEC would face more criticism, which would lead to this. The case of C versus Ripple includes William Hinman, a former director of the Securities and Exchange Commission, and his potential conflicts of interest. William Hinman played a pivotal role in the SEC's missions and operations. Empower Oversight states that William Hinman allegedly earned millions of dollars from his previous employer, Simpson Thayer. In charge of the cryptographic activities was Willie Hinman. In 2012, after leaving the Securities and Exchange Commission, Hinman returned to Simpson Thayer to oversee. Some people are trying to get businesses to use Business Ethernet, thus, Empower Oversight is taking legal action against the SEC. The person known as Simpson Thayer is a part of that gang. Although neither Ethereum nor Bitcoin are regarded as securities, William Hinman made a famous statement in 2018 in which he admitted to continuing meetings with Simpson Thayer, despite warnings from the SEC's Ethics Division. If the EO finds conflicts of interest in cryptocurrency-related conduct, the court papers accompanying his remarks suggest that the SEC may be requested to manage the Ripple dispute. Any case ruling, including the one regarding programmatic sales, could be reversed if an appeal is filed in the event that a settlement is achieved. The legislative branch is more preoccupied with the SEC's legal matters. In addition, Congress has been closely monitoring the ongoing legal battles between cryptocurrency companies and the Securities and Exchange Commission (SEC), especially over two cases that have attracted significant attention. This business claimed in August Center that the SEC lacked the authority to oversee US-based Bitcoin exchanges under the statute. Included in this widely reported action was Coinbase versus SEC. An American named Cynthia Lumby filed a brief in support of an Australian-filed MTD at the start of this year. Oral arguments based on expert witness testimony are included at every stage. Coinbase has supplied a more precise definition of an investment contract in the event that the judge grants the motion to dismiss the lawsuit. As a candidate for the Massachusetts Senate, FO may have an opportunity to impact the regulation through an enforcement-based strategy. In John E. Deaton's view, the SEC will settle the Ripple cases after the court approves the Master Transaction Document (MTD). Even more crucially, American lawmakers may feel compelled to pass laws to provide oversight authority for the Bitcoin industry in the U.S. In January, the Securities and Exchange Commission filed a motion to dismiss allegations against the debt box. As the court's investigation into the matter intensified, the SEC filed the motion. A judge overseeing the debt box case issued an order in December requiring the SEC to justify why the courts should not penalize the agency for providing misleading and inaccurate information to the court. Members of the United States Senate who weighed in on the dismissal motion are listed here. The chairman of the Securities and Exchange Commission, Gary Gensler, was addressed in a February letter. Senator Loomis was one of 5 US senators to sign the letter. In light of the present situation, the senators have expressed their intention to launch a more comprehensive investigation into the cryptocurrency cases docketed by the SEC. Despite Tuesday's brief new all-time high for Bitcoin, the outcome of the EYE's investigation and a decision regarding Coinbase's MDC could happen at any time. A crucial milestone was reached when the price of XRP dropped below the psychological level of 0.60. The Securities and Exchange Commission's plans to challenge the decision on programmatic sales may be jeopardized. Around this time, the value of Bitcoin dropped dramatically. The alternative cryptocurrency is anticipated to experience further reductions due to upcoming developments in the next few seconds, despite a small rebound from Wednesday's low of $5,386. This remains true even though it experienced a minor upturn on Wednesday. In the announcement, Stuart Alderoty, the chief legal officer of Ripple litigation, noted a default verdict from a related legal action. The payment remittance company mentioned this. What this means is that the SEC views this as evidence of actions taken in bad faith. Also, an attorney has stated that Ripple's impact on other cryptocurrencies is dwindling, and XRP is shooting for 70 cents. One cryptocurrency with sights set on 70 cents is XRP. Below are today's market movers. The SEC's actions, according to the chief legal officer of Ripple, were unjustified. Before the critical date on his X account, Chloe Ripple made this claim. As per Alderoty's claims, the SEC had instructed her to accept a separate court's decision after second forming a judge, but they hadn't told her that the verdict was a default judgment. Alder claimed that this information was secret. The fundamental legal issue was never thoroughly discussed during the continuing legal dispute with Ripple's CEO, leading to a default conclusion. Nobody came out to defend themselves, so this happened. It was brought to the judge's attention that the regulator is actively engaging in what is considered to be bad faith behavior. In a statement issued on Tuesday, the SEC suggested that she consider a decision from a separate court. However, it was not disclosed by the Securities and Exchange Commission (SEC) that the ruling was a default judgment. Nothing was ever done to clarify the relevant legal question, and it seemed like nobody was defending themselves. A lot of people don't believe the SEC's case against Coinbase. Investors are waiting for a decision that can have significant ramifications for the case, since the Securities and Exchange Commission (SEC) and Ripple are presently involved in a legal battle. In August, Coinbase moved to dismiss the complaint, claiming that the SEC lacked the jurisdiction to regulate exchanges. A judge's decision to grant the exchange's motion could spell the end for the SEC's ability to enforce its regulations. The SEC's intention to appeal the programmatic sales ruling could be lifted if Coinbase and the SEC can resolve their legal battle. According to the results of the technical analysis, the XRP price can keep going down. In addition to being the first and most significant obstacle, the regulatory concerns around XRP are the most pressing. The Securities and Exchange Commission filed a lawsuit against Ripple Labs in December 2020. The company was known for developing the XRP digital token. Since the SEC views XRP as a security, it is presently implementing all the required regulations to control it. Investors will be devastated to hear this news, since it means the company's main business operations in the U.S. have been put on hold until the regulatory disaster is cleaned up so the company can be protected. Although XRP did not succeed in a crucial court battle against the SEC in the summer of last year, this should make a strong statement to suit-wearing smartphone investors. Ripple officials have come clean about the fact that they could end up spending $200 on legal expenses, and they expect those costs to keep going up for the time being.